Hello, you're very welcome. This is a general reading for Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. This is for you. Let's see what your angels of the highest frequency of love and light of our prime source creator of all that is have to say. Okay. So we're starting off with the tarot here. Just have a general view of what's going on. Okay. Right, so we're starting off with the Seven of Cups reversed. So this is where you're honing down your options. Perhaps you were overwhelmed with too many choices, too many options, and it was actually causing you stress because you have a choice to make. And sometimes when we have too many options, I often say human beings don't do well when we have far too many options. You know, it's like putting 10 boxes of cereal in front of a child for breakfast and saying, which cereal do you want to have? You can only have one for breakfast. It's too overwhelming. It's too stressful. Analysis paralysis can kick in. But the fact that it's reversed, you're actually saying, you know what? I need to get some willpower here and some discipline and just hone it down to one or two choices. So I'm going to clarify that and see what exactly is this choice about, or what is this lack of direction relating to for you. Okay. Right, so Five of Wands reversed. This is something that you've been very passive about. It's something that is a complex situation. And there's some shadow stuff around this, and now I can understand why you haven't been straightforward about making the choice and getting on the right path, because there's actually been a lot of conflict and aggravation around you. There might even be where there's people not respecting your boundaries, or you've failed to put boundaries into place. Okay, so this is a very scattered energy. There's a strong desire around this. You know that this is an important point in your life. You know that you either walk through the door or you close the door now. You have a strong intention with this, but there's an unexpected energy that's showed up, and it's caused a lot of distress and change for you. So now it's about getting back into a state of movement and actually feeling more calm and controlled about how you're approaching this situation. Okay, this is beside the Ace of Pentacles, but this is reversed, all right? So prosperity without happiness, missed wealth, corruption, loss, and missed chances. So there's something here where there was an opportunity, there was an opening, and you failed to take it, or you didn't believe in yourself enough. There was some confidence collapse. And this was an offering of a new beginning. It was a chance for you to be a pioneer, to be a leader. But there was something about it that just didn't feel right, that you felt like there was, again, like I said, there was some shadows around this opportunity. So you couldn't quite move forward with it. So let's just clarify and see for Cancer, can you please show me more about this opportunity or this missed opportunity, please, for Cancer? Thank you. But what I will say is don't panic, because the reading ends on the star. So that is where you're headed, or that is where you're probably even feeling the star energy already. And that is opportunities and self-healing. So things do turn around. You see, tarot is a tapestry and it tells us a story. So you might be at this point in the story, but things do shift and change. Yeah. Okay. The Ace of Swords. Upright. So this is where you had to speak your truth and you had to speak your mind, honestly. And even though this opportunity looked beautiful and it was actually dipped in sugar, if you know what I mean. I'm hearing dipped in sugar. So it actually wouldn't have been good for you long term. It might have tasted sweet in the moment, but there was something in it that wasn't quite honest, or you weren't seeing the terms and conditions behind the scenes. But with the Ace of Swords, it's given you an opportunity to wield that sword, the sword of truth. And sometimes in life it is necessary to cut away or walk away from something that to other people seems like a beautiful situation or opportunity or resource, but something in your heart is telling you it's not right. So this is logic, power, heart of the matter, insight, clarity, breakthrough, and ideas. Ace of Swords is connected to air energy. So this is something that you were all up in your head about. It was causing you stress. And with the Ace of Swords, you're actually getting back into enlightenment, new beginning, because it's an ace, and you're going to reclaim back your inspiration. But you've got to forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. You've got to forgive yourself for not jumping on that opportunity, because you've walked away from something, or you're deciding to walk away from something. And like I said, I feel like there's a lot of background noise about that, a lot of people with opinions, but at the end of the day, it's your life, it's your opportunity. And if it's not right for you, it's not right. And you have to remember, people can be full of opinions and full of advice, unsolicited advice. At the end of the day, no one is going to have to live with your decision but you. Nobody else is going to have to get up in the morning and tend to that decision or follow the life that decision will lead for you. So really, it always comes back to going inside oneself and getting connected to that inner anchor inside you to decide, is this actually the right fit for me? So we have Temperance here. Seek balance and create a calm atmosphere. Moderation, tranquility, serenity, combination of forces, and realization. So you are realizing that there's actually other ships coming in. There's other opportunities. And by looking at the entire spread, I'd actually say by making peace with what was in the past, because this is the past, this is where you're moving now into the present energy. You are going to step into the star energy, which is a renewal of faith. It's a renewal of self-confidence. It's a reconnection to your true, authentic soul blueprint. So well done. You're moving through things and you're headed towards a success here. We need to look at a few bumps along the way. So let's just clarify Temperance. And Temperance is connected to Sagittarius. It's a fire energy. It really is it's the energy of change. It's movement. It's you managing and juggling and balancing a situation that perhaps you didn't have the skills to manage before, but now you're actually finding your footing. Okay, I'm hearing you're finding your footing. Right. Okay. Death reversed and Seven of Swords reversed. So for some of you, it's an energy of stagnation. It's like you've made a choice or you've made the decision, but you're almost paralyzed in procrastination because you're going, oh God, like what now? You know, I have not accepted that offer. I haven't made that investment. And now there's this big empty space. What do I do with this? And that's where it can be hard, you know, that gap between closing one door and walking the path towards the next offer or opportunity. That can be quite daunting because the physical mind wants resolution and it wants concrete evidence and it wants instant gratification. It wants to know now, where are we headed? What are we doing? But that's not how the soul works. And you are a soul here to explore these things. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And the energies right now, as I record this, are actually very uncomfortable for many people. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, you're actually exactly where you're supposed to be. So don't put any pressure on yourself. Pressure is for tires, as we say, not for human beings. So this is where there's some change happening and you're not on board with it. You're not happy with it. It's like, there could be even a sense of like, what do I cling to here? What do I lean on? All my old comforts are gone. Seven of Swords reversed. This is you taking back your freedom though and saying, you know what? My soul knows what it's doing. I can trust myself. Seven of Swords reversed is about you taking back trust within your own heart again. It's truths being revealed, secrets coming out to the surface. It can be a few arguments and a bit of conflict around you, but you are wise. You're seeing things clearly. There's a trustworthiness in your connection with the divine, and you're letting the divine now lead you, okay? And you might even find that there's confessions or people coming forward with answers to questions you've had for some time, okay? That's the energy of the Seven of Swords reversed. So something that you were investigating in the past has come to light. All right, so let's see. King of Wands reversed. Yeah, so there is this strong energy of having to give something up that you had invested in, but something in it wasn't moving in the direction you needed. And now moving towards your 10 of Cups, which is belonging, happiness, lasting success, home, feeling blessed, generosity, contentment, and family. So this is like everything that you've planned, that you've invested in, is working out in your favor. But there is a need to clear away. It's like I'm being shown a garden and there's all this dead flowers and they're starting to rot, and you have to tend to your garden. You have to clear out the dead flowers, clear out the dead foliage. It's like this plant here, you know, every so often there's like bits of old, like there's an old leaf, right? You have to remove them to make space for the fresh new leaves to come in, and it keeps the plant healthy. So that's kind of what you're doing now. You're tidying up, you're cleaning up. Now, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, and this is a Capricorn energy, earth energy, okay? This is where you're holding on too tight to something that you feel you need to control, something that you think gives you security, but it's actually blocking you from this beautiful 10 of Cups where there's a lot of personal fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, good relationships, healthy relationships. There's something in your past that you're holding on really tight to it. You think that it gives you material gain, security, but actually it's a power imbalance. And you need to be really honest about releasing that and saying, you know what, I'm not in control. When it comes to deep down soul connected relationships, we cannot control the other person. No matter how much we hold on tight to them, at the end of the day, they are a separate soul to you and they have their own journey. They have their own soul journey, and so do you. And you need to respect that. It's totally intrinsic and natural that they are going to want to go towards their happiness. And it's of no benefit to you or them to block that. So when you give up this false idea, this illusion of control, you will step into receiving this much better circumstance, which is like the 10 of Cups, which is everything working out in a much better fashion for you. But you need to look at some of your control issues and how you try to influence or manipulate others into seeing things the way you see it, because that's not working for you. And as we move through this ending of the transit of Pluto and Capricorn, all those old patterns will be unlocked and the doors will be closing on them. So, any old tactics will not, any old agendas. And look, I'm not saying that you have any conscious agenda, but we all have unconscious motivations to why we do things. So it's just about really getting clear. And how do you clear muddy water? How do you clear muddy water? You leave it alone. You leave it alone. You take your attention off the mud in the water, and the mud will eventually settle and it'll settle down and calm down to the bottom, and the water will clear. So there's something here about you letting others make their own decisions, leave them alone, and you come back to you and you make your decisions for your life and your soul journey. Right, so 4 of Wands reversed. Take your time. Don't hurry. Don't rush any big movements or action right now. Make sure that your actions are backed by sincerity and honesty. This is the tension that's showing up in your reading. The Knight of Pentacles. So again, take a methodical approach, okay? Don't be rash. You'll achieve what you want, but you need to be more concise in how you move forward. So this might feel a little bit slow. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to be clever, but you're being responsible, and that's what's important. You're doing what's right for everyone here, and that's really important. It's about taking everyone's joy into your consideration, including your own. You have the strength to do this. You have the strength to create stability to a very unstable situation, which started off at the beginning of your reading. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. Self-assurance, confidence, passion, resilience, courage, inner power. This is a rebirth card, and it's reminding you of how powerful you are. You've forgotten that. You're very tired though. 4 Swords, you do need to rest. You do need to create a stable foundation to take a break upon. So maybe that's going up to the summer house or the villa somewhere and taking a few days, but you do definitely need to meditate, breath work, ground, walking barefoot on the sand, in the water, in the ocean. You definitely need to come back to a grounded sense of reality. 6 of Swords. Move from problems and be mindful what you take. So this can be where you're walking away from something and you're actually just saying, okay, I don't even need to carry all that baggage with me. Maybe you're just moving out of a house and you're not even bringing the furniture. There's a symbol in that. There's a metaphor in that symbol. There's something about just saying, you know what, just me and whatever's in my pockets. But I'm moving forward toward a better horizon. Transition, exit, moving beyond, problem solving, a journey, deeper thinking, research. This is a harmony card. 6s are moving away from problematic situations. This is alignment. This is healing and empathy. You can see the woman and the boy, or the child, are being ferried across the water to a better destination. And that's where you're headed now. The World reversed. There's something here that keeps coming through that's unfinished for you. There's unfinished business. You need to tend to it now. And it's very connected to what came up here. So that there's grief in you around some missed opportunity, for sure. You need to feel, heal. To heal it, we have to feel it. Feel the grief, deal with the loss, and have acceptance of what you have walked, what you've moved away from. Because the world reversed is something that needs to close, but you've been preventing it closing. It can be a feeling of emptiness or a lack of fulfillment. And remember, the satisfaction in your life truly is your responsibility. But this is about community. So you need to reconnect. Maybe you'll bump into some old people from your community, an old neighbor, an old friend, an old family member. And they might have something to say that just helps things click into place for you. Well, let me just clarify some of these cards here, and we'll go a bit deeper. But the wonderful thing is, your outcome is the star. And the star is opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help, success, truth and fairness, rebirth. This is where we fall back in love with ourselves and life, and we get a satisfaction back in our step, which I feel you've been lacking. That's coming back to be sparked up again within you. Right, just let's see. Right. 5 of Pentacles reversed. So this is where you got money back or you received some compensation, but it came at the expense of tremendous toil and terror and stress and conflict. And sometimes those kind of victories can be very empty, but you did gain back. You did get back what you were fighting for. It's a very determined energy. It is recovery. You are coming in out of the cold. You are recovering from this situation. 7 of Wands reversed. This is where you're feeling insecure. This is where there's challenges and you're telling yourself, oh God, I don't know if I can do that. And you've got to start changing the internal narrative in order for this to balance itself out. So this is where you're feeling disempowered, but again, this is backed by the Queen of Wands. So with the strength and the Queen of Wands, you definitely have what it takes. This is good old-fashioned doubt, stalling things. But you've got the strength. You've got to give up that doubt. You've got to, as I said, take the reins of the internal thoughts that you're telling yourself. And like I always say to my clients, if you wouldn't say that to a 4-year-old, you've no business saying that to yourself, because you have an internal inner child who is listening. Queen of Wands, you can always call on your natural confidence. It is there. You've told yourself it's gone or you've lost it. It's not true. This is a warm energy, fire, passion, enthusiasm, determination, adaptability, steady force, independence. This is being organized, being clear, knowing who you are. And the fact that the Queen of Wands is beside the star, she is firing up this energy. The Queen of Wands is sexy. She's got a sass to her. She's confident. She's honest. She makes no apologies for who she is. And I feel like that's the new era you're stepping into. Backed by the Knight of Wands. Now is a good time to do what you want to do. Now is a good time. Energy, passion, adventure. Generous, impetuous. Sorry, my throat's going now. Excuse me. Courage, departure. This is a very, very positive card. And your reading ends with the star clarified by the Knight of Wands. This is you problem solving. This is you taking back your power. It's a creative solution. It's group work. It's community. But it's you getting that spark of fire back in your belly for life again. So let's finish with some soul journeys oracle cards. I got these new with my new members on the Members of Light, my new membership here on YouTube. I'm able to invest in some new equipment. I got a new microphone and I got some new cards. So I'm going to shuffle these cards, Spirit, on behalf of the viewer, on behalf of Cancer. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Follow your vision boldly. Look at that beautiful image. Don't give up. This is where you have to pull all that beautiful courage and strength inside you up to the surface and into your throat chakra and express it out. Speak your mind, speak your truth. Follow your vision boldly. Make work fun. Be positive about your work. Bring a whistle and a skip in your step into your job. That's what I do. And I find when you practice that daily in your work, you automatically move into that positive energy when you put your work hat on. Redirect the fire. Transform anger into creative power. Look at that. You've got a lot of fire in this reading, Cancer. So your passion is being stirred up. If you feel it's not at the moment, you need to start making decisions that activate and connect you to your passion again. Redirect the fire. So there's this anger, this conflict that's all over the reading at the beginning. You can transform that and redirect it to something creative and something lucrative now. Okay, thank you, Cancer, for sharing this space with me. I hope you enjoyed and benefited from this free general reading. If you enjoyed this and if you found it of benefit, please leave me a comment. You can like and subscribe for more. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Have a good day.